I need some help figuring something out. This is my animal page. Okay, right. I have a barn, and I told my son, I said, go over to the barn today to check on the goats. And I have a rabbit rabbitry. You know what I'm trying to say over there, right? And he checks on all the rabbits. They all have food. They all have water. None of them is out of their cages. They're all doing well, right? And the goats, he said, Mom, one of the goats passed away. And I'm like, what the heck is wrong with him? He was like, I don't think these goats are boys. He was like, I think one's a girl. I said, no, all my goats are boys. I took them all to the vet. They all had their shots. They were all checked by the vet. Every one of my goats were boys, right? And so he says, okay, so one of the goats has passed away. And he was like, there's 2 babies in here. I said, what? He was like, I don't know what they are, Mom. He was like, I don't know if they're dogs. I don't know if they're cats. I don't know if they're goats. He was like, something came in the barn and gave birth. And one of the goats is not alive. And the other goats looks like it's swollen and big, like it has a vajayjay. And I was like, that's not even possible. I don't even know where I was in my story. But the goats are normally pregnant for 150 days. My goats are only 4 months old. Listen to what my son says.
I mean, it seems pretty obvious to me that this goat was a female and it had babies and it died during birth. I don't know what to do, but the other one's dead. But
There's no way nothing else could have got in the barn. The doors are locked. I mean, I have windows all in the barn, but they have screens. I don't have my Facebook. They deleted it. I started me a new Facebook this morning, but I can't get in touch with none of my local people to figure out what the freak. I don't know. Help me. Okay. I'm back to give y'all an update. I'm finally back home. You know, I told you that one of my goats had passed, and then the boys was like, something gave birth in the barn. We can't tell what it was. The pictures they sent me show that the animals looked really big. From the videos and the pictures, we thought it was baby goats, and I was so confused because all of my goats are males. You know, and I'm like, there's no way. Even the vets have all said they were males. Come to find out, I rescued a Flemish giant last Wednesday. I rescued it from a previous owner, and evidently she gave birth Friday. I had no idea she was pregnant. She didn't look pregnant. She didn't show signs of pregnancy when I got her, but I rescued her. She was in her, I call them the wabbitats. She was in her wabbitat by herself on Friday, and evidently she gave birth, okay? 2 of the babies ended up in the barn floor. I don't know how, because I don't know how they got in the barn floor. I have no idea. But they did not make it. And then I'm cleaning out their area today, and I found 8 more. And none of them made it. They all looked to be premature. None of them were fully developed. I've looked her over. She looks good. She looks healthy. She's eating. She's drinking. So I'm not sure the reason she could have went prematurely had them. Maybe it was the stress of moving to a new place. The old owners, they no longer wanted their rabbitry. Is that what you call it? I don't know. So I took a few of their rabbits. She was the only female, but she looks good. She's being her playful, normal self that she was Wednesday. So any tips or tricks or what I need to look for in the future, if you want to let me know. I wish I had been here because I check on them twice a day, you know, and they alternate playtimes. The girls have playtime one day, the boys have playtime the next. I have a big 16 by 20 foot area they go to playtime in, and then they eat and sleep in a different area. But that's what happened. I don't know what happened to Diego or to Georgie. I wasn't here. I don't know if maybe one of the baby rabbits got out and he ate some of the placenta from the baby rabbit and it made him sick and he passed. I don't know. I don't really know. But that's the update I have.